It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl, the last of our semifinal games before we hit the elementary school final in this, our 38th year of competition. These two schools today, one of them will be playing against Yorktown for the county championship very shortly. A lot at stake, great players. Let's meet them now. First from Hyattsville, would you say hello to Zachary? Hey Zach, welcome to the show today. Ukabet is their wonderful captain and they're rounded out that team. Tess, the third of the players at Hyattsville. Templeton is vying today. Their captain is Kong. Hey Kong, nice to have you here today. Everyone's wearing matching shirts, all proclaiming their schools in the Science Bowl competition. Amina is here today. And Gabby is down there as well. You know, if you've been watching our show, you know that these are all great players. And if you've watched, you know that we have 6 categories of questions. Let's reacquaint you with them right now.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here on the Science Board, our game board shows the question difficulties on the left. The easier ones worth 5 and 10 points. 15 points, slightly more difficult. 20, 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points. We penalize nothing if they get an incorrect answer. Into the 2 rounds today, one of these 2 teams, Hyattsville or Templeton, will be going up against Yorktown for the county championship. Let's go make sure everything is working properly. Let's go to that red team at Ukabet. Would you try your buzzer? It looks and sounds good. Luck to you and to Zach and to Tess. And Kong, how about the green teams? Also, looking fine, sounding fine. Good luck to you, Gabby, and to Amina. All right, I have to congratulate you. Making it this far in the competition, Hyattsville and Templeton, never as a county champ. It could be your turn. We're going to have a great game here today. I know you're going to have a great game. May the better team win. We go alphabetically H before T. Hyattsville, Ukabet, let's play the game.
Zoo Parade for 10.
Zoo Parade to 10 to start us out. Get this. Scientists have found evidence of a breed of dog that was specifically bred for this material that was periodically shorn from it just like a sheep. Templeton.
Fur?
Not fur. Not fur. Hyattsville. Shorn like a sheep. This breed of dog specifically bred for this material.
Wool.
Wool, yeah, you're getting it from both sides. Zach and says, you say wool. That's exactly right. You got the first points of the game. Go.
Green things for 15.
Green for 15 points. Here we go. To keep a rubber plant in your house happy, you should mist it frequently since in its natural environment, it is used to high values of this H-initialed weather variable. Templeton.
Humidity.
Humidity, absolutely right. Thank you, Gabby, for your assist on that. All right, 5-point lead for Templeton. Go green.
Let's get physical 10. Let's get physical 10. Let's get physical for 10 points.
Again, please.
Let's get physical for 10
physical
points.
for 10 points. Here we go. Question. Only 3 moons in our solar system have confirmed water oceans. Titan and Enceladus, both moons of Saturn, and Europa, one of the 45 moons that orbit this planet.
Jupiter.
Templeton.
Jupiter.
Jupiter, absolutely right. So many planets, it seems like the number keeps going up as telescopes get better and better. Go green.
Deadline for 5. Deadline for 5 points.
Deadline for 5. A short story, which I recommend to you, was called The Elephant Who Texted for Help. It described how an elephant had on this 3-lettered locating device to let scientists know
GPS.
Templeton.
GPS.
GPS, to let those people know that he had been shot by poachers, but they were able to rescue him in time. Nicely done. Go, 5 more points to Templeton.
Let's get physical for 15 points.
Physical for 15. Here we go. In 1963, Maria Geppert became only the second woman to win a Nobel Prize in this field that Marie Curie won first. Hyattsville.
Medicine.
Not medicine. Good try. Marie Curie won the first Nobel Prize in this field. In 1963, Maria Geppert became the second woman.
Physics.
Physics is right. Yes, indeed. Good. Go. And Miss Curie also won one later in chemistry. Go, please.
Zoo parade 15. Zoo parade 15. Zoo parade for 15 points.
Zoo for 15. All right. The Australian echidna's only relative is the duckbill platypus. Both are monotremes, which means they reproduce. They do this by?
Laying eggs.
By?
Laying eggs.
They lay eggs. Absolutely right. Good. Go. Euclid. Nice answer.
Something for 20. Let's do 20s. Zoo parade for 20.
Zoo for 20 points. We're going to stay with the zoo. Multiple choice. Listen carefully. Charles Darwin, which we know from evolution, he was mostly incorrect in saying that most male mammals are typically larger than the females. In fact, other than buffaloes, elephants, and gorillas, and some others, the sexes are about the same size. Here come your choices. Is that known as the dimorphism, polymorphism, or monomorphism? Templeton.
Polymorphism?
Not polymorphism, no, because the sexes, male and female, are basically the same size. Is that an example of polymorphism, dimorphism, or monomorphism?
Because diamond size.
What you got?
Die.
Answer, please.
Die.
Monomorphism, 1. They are they are both the same. Go again, red. 20 points behind.
Green 20.
Hyattsville.
Green 20. Green for 20.
Green for 20. Here's a word that you probably have never heard of, phytology, Phytology. Phytology is the science of plant life and a branch of biology. It is better known by this B initial name, Hyattsville.
Botany.
Yes, ma'am. Nicely done. Botany it is. Got yourself extra 20 points, and you tied up that score, 95 all. Go red.
Hope green for 10.
Go ahead.
15. Potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15 points. Here's that question. Making kimchi, a favorite Korean food, requires that bacteria in the cabbage-based dish perform this F initial process. Templeton.
Fermentation.
You got that right. Fermentation it is. Good answer. You got yourself 15 more points. Good playing over there, green. Go.
Body for 10 points.
Body for 10?
Body
for 10. Here we go. All right. Some people have 2 extra of these bones in their torso, making a total of 26 instead of 24. Templeton. You may answer.
Hip bone.
Not hip bone. Hyattsville, some people have 2 extra of these bones in their torso, making for a total of 26 instead of 24.
Ribs.
Ribs is right. That's exactly right. All right, so we go to the break. Almost tied. 105 Hyattsville, 110 Templeton. We'll be back with round 2 in just a moment. And welcome back to the second part of today's very important Science Bowl game, the last of our semifinals. And let's find out a little bit more about our players and their schools before I ask any more science questions. Let's go first to Hyattsville. You can tell us about Hyattsville. What is something about Hyattsville you always tell people about?
Hyattsville is really invested in the future of our students, and they have many after-school activities which also help you decide what you want to do in the future. Like STEM Club, which is hydroponics, drones, and 3D printing for anyone who's interested in those. And we have Sports Club, which is for the people who are more athletic.
That's what I want to join that school. That sounds wonderful. That was a great commercial, Euclid. And it's a great place. I know you have great teachers. You have great principal. Who's your principal there?
Dr. Mickey.
And he's a great supporter of you and of the Science Bowl. Tell us who your coach is.
We have 2 coaches,
yes.
Mr. Dinga and Mrs. Bowman.
And they're both here today, and they are just so excited for you guys, having made it this far in the competition. Someday, you're going to grow up. You've been telling me about Hyattsville and how it prepares you for the future. Your future includes being?
Pediatrician, lawyer, or bioengineer.
Yeah, you're a great player, and you're going to be successful at any of those professions. Name your alternates for me, if you would, please. I know you have a number of them.
Our junior team is Oscar, Joseph, Paul, and Jamie.
All right, a junior team. I like
And
that.
we have Ibrahim, who's he's come home from the hospital, but is not
I
yet.
hope he's watching. You know, I know we send him our best wishes. Thank you. You can bet. Tess, nice to have you back today. Tell us about being an author. You said that you love to write. What have you written so far?
Well, I like to write about a lot of things.
Would you like to be maybe a reporter, like for a newspaper or magazine, or would you like to write books?
I'd like to write books.
Yeah. And what kind of books do you like to read?
Fiction.
Fiction. Yeah. All right. Well, I can tell. I can tell you're a good student, obviously a great student, and if you have a facility with language, that you can do just about anything in life. You know, AI may be coming along, but it can't take the place of good writers. It really can't. Nice to have you back. Zach, nice to have you here back with us. Tell us about what you do in your spare time.
Yeah, chill.
You chill. All right. Hey, that's good. You play so well on this game. How do you know so much science, Zach?
I read a lot of books, and then I also like watch some documentaries sometimes.
Yeah, there's so many well-done documentaries on television. I'm a big fan of David Attenborough and his Planet Earth series. You know, the shots that they get, it's just they're jaw-dropping, and you want to go visit and you want to find out more about those creatures. And someday, Zach, you're going to do what?
Sorry, the microphone fell off. Be a computer program.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Maybe one of the girls can help you there. Put that back on if you can't reach it. Let's go over to Templeton. And Kong, tell us about Templeton. What do you like to brag about when people say, "What school do you go to?" And I say, "I go to Templeton." What do you tell them about the school?
We have very good teachers, and we have many extracurricular activities like after school, tag, and science bowl.
That's wonderful. You're so well spoken, Kong. You really are. You're a great captain over there, and you know an awful lot about science. Tell us about your school. Who is your principal?
Our principal is Miss Robinson.
Miss Robinson, and I know she cares an awful lot about this team. And your coach?
Our coach is Miss Lynch.
Absolutely, and she is here, and she's done so much work to get you guys ready for this. Just a model of a coach. Tell me what you want to do someday, Kong.
One day I want to become an IT engineer.
Very nice. I can see you being successful at that already. You're playing a great game. All of you in their matching shirts over there, just like at Hyattsville. Amina, tell us the Amina story. Why did you want to be on this show?
I wanted to be on this show because I really like science, and it's just being fun on like a show because I've watched this and it seems really fun.
Well, I'm glad you said that because we want it to be fun. I know it's kind of tense here sometimes, but we want you to have a great memory, and I hope that's what it is for you. And I know you've watched in the past, and that it whetted your appetite. What do you want to do someday?
I'd like to be a cardiologist.
Cardiologist. How'd you get interested in that?
Well,
we all have hearts that need to work, right?
Yeah, and I like how the heart, I like to learn how the heart interacts with different parts of the body.
Yeah, absolutely. Without it, we are nothing, you know, and it's a muscle that never gets tired. Think about that. It never gets tired. I'm sure you'll be a good one. Gabby, nice to have you with us today. How do you know so much about science? You're amazing.
I watch lots of science bowl videos, and I keep track of the questions that are repeated, and I also read lots of books.
That's important, yeah. And keeping up with science in the news. Every day there's something else that grabs our attention. Seems like you're prepared well. And what are you going to do someday, Gabby?
I want to be a pediatrician.
Pediatrician, yeah. Because I know the pediatrician took good care of you, yeah, anytime that you needed it. And I think you'd be a good one. Let's get back into the game. 110 for Templeton, 105 Hyattsville. Oh, it is as close as it can be. Look at all the points we have to give away yet. Let's go, Ukabed. Round two, go.
Potpourri for 10. Potpourri for 10.
Potpourri for 10 points. Here we go for 10 points. Get this. I love penguins to protect their chicks from predators. Adult penguins microsleep, in which they take these kinds of feline snoozes of just a few seconds. Hyattsville?
Pass to Zachary.
Zach?
Nap.
What kind?
Micronap.
Micronap.
Not quite. Good try. Let me repeat it for Templeton. To protect their chicks from predators, adult penguins microsleep, in which they take these kinds of feline snoozes of just a few seconds.
Pass it to Gabby.
Like, a cat nap?
That is a cat nap, yes. Feline is the adjective that said cat that we needed. All right, good. Go green.
Physical for 5.
Go ahead, Con.
Physical for 5. Let's get physical for 5 points.
Let's get physical for 5 points. We can do that for you. Because the humidity is so low in Phoenix, Arizona, and other cities in the Southwest, these water vapor dependent objects that come in various shapes rarely form in the sky.
Clouds.
Hyattsville.
Clouds.
Clouds.
Don't
Good.
worry.
Go. Red.
Something for
Green
15.
things 10.
Green things for 10. Green things for 10.
Three things for 10. Potatoes, unlike other garden vegetables, are not grown from seeds. The little stem buds on the potato that they do grow from can't see, but they're called this. Templeton?
Eyes.
Eyes. The eyes on the potato. Absolutely right. Good. You have a 20-point lead. Go Templeton.
Deadline for 15. Dateline science for 15 points.
Dateline for 15 points. I love this story. A newly discovered longhorn beetle in Australia is oddly covered in fuzz, perhaps to help with temperature regulation or to deter predators who think it might be infested.
Pass Zachary.
With other bugs.
Not quite. You're on the right track. This longhorn beetle covered in fuzz, the fuzz might be for temperature regulation, but it could deter predators, Templeton, who think it is infested with one of these F-initialed organisms.
You guys know.
Fungus. They think it might be infested with a fungus. It gets kind of fuzz on it. When you open the refrigerator and you see that fuzz, throw it out. Okay, go again, please. Green.
Body systems for 15 points.
Body systems for 15 points. Here we go. Hypertension is the medical term for what is commonly called high BP. What's that stand for? Templeton?
Blood pressure.
Blood pressure, that's it. Good. Go. Green.
Dateline for 10. Dateline science for 10 points.
Dateline, 10 points. Ludwig von Beethoven, the famous composer who was sadly deaf, is thought to have died from plumbism, a poisoning by what chemical element?
Lead.
Lead it is, yes. PB being the symbol for lead used to be called plumbum, which is why they call them plumbers. Good. Go green.
Super 8 for 5 points.
Zoo for 5. A headline on the web recently said that one of these largest deer in North America was on the loose.
Moose.
A moose. There was a moose on the loose. Absolutely, in Minnesota. Good. Red. Go.
Zoo parade for 25.
Zoo 25. Let's go for the big one there. Here it is. Bar-headed geese, the only birds that can fly over the Himalaya mountains where the air is very thin, have extra capillaries in their chest muscles and extra amounts of this H-initialed substance in their bloodstream that carries
Hemoglobin.
Templeton.
Hemoglobin.
It is hemoglobin, carries that extra oxygen they need to sustain them at that high altitude. Nicely done. Go green.
Green things for 5 points.
Green for 5. Frosty the snowman had coal for eyes. Olaf the snowman had this root vegetable for a nose.
Carrots.
He had a carrot, absolutely right. And you know, the reindeer kept nibbling at him. Good, go.
Body system 5. Body system 5. Body systems for 5 points.
Body systems for 5 points. All right. You'll get this one. The axilla, A-X-I-L-L-A, is the proper term to describe this area of your body between the upper arm and the torso.
Humerus?
Not humerus, no. I'll finish for Templeton. The axilla is the proper term to describe this area of your body between the upper arm and the torso that can famously get smelly if you don't use deodorant.
Armpit?
That's your armpit. You got that right. Good. Go green.
Science potpourri for 5 points.
Science potpourri for 5 points. If all you ate every day was white potatoes, you wouldn't get enough of what vitamin that is found in sweet potatoes and carrots? What vitamin?
A.
A, absolutely right. You know, associated with good vision. All right, come on, Hyattsville. You need some catching up here.
Green for 25.
Green for 25. Visual question. Look at the monitor in the studio. And yes, this is the right picture coming up. You know, the C-initialed layer of cells that keeps a leaf from drying out. Templeton.
Cellulose?
Not cellulose. No, let me finish for Hyattsville. The C-initialed layer of cells that keeps a leaf from drying out is the same name that describes the transparent skin at the bottom of your fingernail.
Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll?
Cuticle. The cuticle. If you've ever had a manicure, you might know about that. Go again, red.
Dateline for 25.
Dateline 25, big one in that category. Here we go. Preserved in Siberia's permafrost for 46,000 years. Get this. A nematode roundworm was recently brought back to life. Nicknamed Rip Van Winkle, the creature went into a deep sleep by slowing down what M-initial process?
Metamorphosis.
Templeton.
Metamorphosis?
Not metamorphosis, no. It slowed down what M-initial process to undetectable levels.
Melatonin?
Good try. Metabolism. Metabolism. All right. Go again, please, red.
Potpourri. Potpourri? Potpourri for 25.
Potpourri for 25. Geodes. Those beautiful hollowed out stones filled with shimmering crystals can occur in igneous or sedimentary rocks, but not in this other variety, Templeton.
Metamorphic?
Metamorphic. All right, now it's time for metamorphic. Metamorphic rocks is right. Good. Go.
Let's get physical for 20.
Let's get physical for 5 points.
No, 20.
20 points, I'm sorry. For 20 points, and let's get physical. It's been discovered that since prehistoric women spent over 5 hours a day grinding grain, they were extremely strong.
I accidentally pressed that.
What's that?
I accidentally pressed
Accidentally. All right. Prehistoric women spent over 5 hours a day grinding grain, Templeton. They were extremely strong, as evidenced by the size of this upper arm bone.
Bicep?
No, the correct answer there was the humerus bone. All right, try again, please. Red. Come on, guys, you need them. No, it's who's getting it? Templeton?
No.
Red.
Potpourri for 20.
Red, yes, go ahead, you can bet.
Potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points is a visual question. Look at the monitor, please. This strange salamander, the axolotl with the big smile, is a kind of Peter Pan animal since it never grows up. What M-initial process is never completed?
Metamorphosis.
Now it's metamorphosis. Yes, indeed. Good. Go.
Okay, Dateline for 20.
Dateline for?
20.
20. All right. Benjamin Franklin, well known as America's founding father, one of them, and the discoverer of electricity, also had a great interest in his A-initialed science, proven by?
Aerospace? Aerospace?
No, not quite. What A-initialed science was Ben Franklin interested in, proven by the bones found in the basement of his London home?
Anatomy?
You got that right. Nicely done. It is anatomy. Good. Go green. 3 questions left.
Body for 20. Body systems for 20 points.
Body for 20. Here we go. Cuts and wounds don't heal quickly in older people because seniors often don't have enough of 2 vitamins. One is vitamin C, and the other is this so-called sunshine vitamin.
D.
D. That's it. Good. Go, Yukabed.
Body for 25.
Body for 25. Big one there. The boundaries of your skull bones, which join together about 2 years after you're born, have what same name as the S-initialed word that's another name for stitches?
Oh.
No?
No.
Templeton? Any idea? S-initialed word, another name for stitches is sutures. sutures. They're kind of wiggly lines on your skull. They come together the older you get. That buzzer says we've come to the end of the game, and it looks like Templeton is going to the finals. We'll be back in just a moment. Congratulations, everybody. And welcome back. Well, this was it. It was a close game. There are a few long faces up there, but as I said to these young people, temporary setback, these are all champions. No one makes it this far in the competition without being whip smart and also good sports. All of these students are. Our final tally today is Hyattsville 160, Templeton 235. Round of applause for everybody here today. For everybody. Kong, tell us who's back there. I know you can do that.
This is our coach, Miss Lynch. This is our alternate, Najila Amadi. This is our other alternate, Dustin Silva Herrera. This is our other alternate, Justin Caceres Garcia. This is our other alternate, Erlinda Nazani. And this is our vice principal, Miss
Very
Piper.
proud principal indeed, yes. So Templeton, you are going to be playing Yorktown for the county championships. We wish you all kinds of luck. You deserve it. And Hyattsville, we are so proud of you guys. And suddenly we got some more people here. Guys, thank you for coming. All the alternates are here. That just shows what this means at that school. They're all in. They're all locked in. This is a school-wide event, and it showed today. And you are the pride of Hyattsville. No questions about that. You could tell us who's back there.
That's our principal, Dr. McKee, our coaches, Mr. Dang and Ms. Valpena, and our junior team, Oscar, Paul, Jamie, and Joseph.
Yeah. Let's see some smiles over there. You guys are fantastic. You guys are terrific. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the final. It will be Templeton versus Yorktown. Don't miss it. I'm Dave Zarin. See you then. Bye-bye.